Set number 75409 is Jango Fett's Starship, controversially named, of course, because we all know it to be the Slave One, and it's been 20 years plus since we last saw this ship in Lego form, and they finally decided to make a UCS version, and I'm very, very happy about it, and it was one that I knew I was going to be picking up on day one, and I don't think I was alone. I think a lot of people that I've spoke to picked this one up on day one. It is an absolute beauty and it did not disappoint in hand. Let me take you through the build as well as all of the little features and little parts of this particular set, and starting with, of course, the instruction manuals that we of course see in these new card bags. There was two instruction manuals and a very small sticker sheet, probably bigger than some people would like to see on a UCS set. 23 bags in total, including a couple of other bags with that huge cockpit piece in. And for those that are new to the channel, on the left hand side of the screen you'll see the time lapse of the build, and on the right hand side you will see the minifigures, and there's only two of them today, Jango and Boba. We're going to start with Jango because it is the better of the two. A lot of things to like about this figure: the new jetpack on the very back there, including the new rangefinder as well, and he's got a dual molded headpiece as well, where you can see both his sort of happier and more aggressive expression. I don't think either of those expressions are particularly happy, but you never see Jango smile. Well, of course, one person who wasn't smiling was, of course, the actor who played Boba Fett when he saw this minifig, and I think that alone is everything that I need to say about this fig. Not particularly great for a UCS fig, no arm or leg printing, and Darth Dev's hair from last year as well, which I think is kind of a little bit cheap for a UCS set, particularly when this is a £260, $300 set, and a lot of people have already spoken about this, and that is my 2 cents, of course, which is the actor for Boba Fett didn't like the fig at all, and I think that says everything that you need to know about the quality of that Boba Fett fig. But the Jango is very good. You also get the build of a seismic charge as well, and I'm not going to insert the noise because we can all hear it in our head when I say that, and you also get the specification plaque, of course, which has been named as Jango Fett Starship. It is a matte plaque, not a glossy plaque, and it does look pretty good. We will conclude the build as well as we build the stand, and the stand you can see in shot now as we move up the build, that Jango Fett Starship plaque. Really, really nice use of part. I've got to say, very fun build to do. I really enjoyed it the whole way through. Very sort of temperamental on the bottom of the build. The base of the ship can be slightly difficult to put together. I'm not a sort of fan of Technic at the best of times, but it was slightly challenging on the very bottom. Of course, it is an 18 plus set, so it's not a huge surprise that there are going to be elements that are going to be ever so slightly tricky to do. Not completely tricky, of course. I'm sort of tongue-in-cheek slightly with this, but it was slightly tricky to put together on the bottom. I spoke to someone on Instagram who actually had a lot of trouble with it and was struggling not to sort of break pieces as he did it, and that wasn't really the case for me, but it was time consuming to do the base of the ship. And as we move around the ship, I'm going to show you everything, including, of course, starting with the cockpit, which is just one giant piece with a couple of little bricks attached to it so that you can sort of put it on the ship. And yeah, that's what I mean when I say that. And yeah, huge cockpit piece. And I'm not entirely sure it could have been improved. There are stickers on the side of it that maybe could have been a printed piece. If you're going to make a piece that size, you might as well print everything on it. I will be putting Jango in the cockpit with his helmet on. I know that's not how we all kind of remember it, and it's not obviously how it's displayed on the box art, but for me, it's the only place I'm going to see that Jango figure. It's not going into one of the Star Wars fig cases, so he is going to be in there with his helmet on and with Boba as well. A real fantastic looking build, huge, doesn't really fit nicely into the Billy Boot case. We are going to have to find somewhere to put it. This is the very bottom of it. The thrusters and the engines on the very bottom look fantastic. I cannot complain about the way that it looks once it is propped up in the stand. I think it is a fantastic looking base of the ship. The seismic charge as well can go into that little hole there, and it just clips in, and you can of course drop it should you wish to in the act of play, but mine will be displayed, and I will show you this just as I take it off the stand first, which is of course how you enter the ship, and famous of course in my mind for Empire Strikes Back when they put Han into the cargo hold. I think it's really cleverly done with those Technic pieces. Really nice ship. It looks really nice as it's laid out on the base, but I will be putting it up in the display stand. I think it just looks fantastic in that stand. Really great use of colours, not too many stickers, obviously one huge diagonal one on the very side there, and I really like this set. It's the best LEGO Star Wars set of the year so far for me, and I think we'll have to see something pretty good to beat it in 2025. Join me next Monday when I'll be showing you how you can win this set for free at the end of next week.